classical music tradition. And Latin American music tradition. They're both very rich, but as I now say over and over again, they get much richer when they come together. The administration of the College of Music get great credit for this, because not everybody's willing to put money to bring Sones de Mexico, a Mexican band, to play with their graduate students.
It was really fun. The music was very challenging, though.
Yeah, I feel like I've learned a whole new genre.
I always like to make certain that we say research and creative activities, because the creative component is equivalent to the research side of other disciplines.
This was very cool. Ricardo had a great idea.
I proposed this project because I had that feeling. I had a feeling that music had the power to dissolve cultural, ethnic, racial, social barriers.
You said it's a new band. How long have you guys been together?
Since September. This is the first semester.
So really new?
Yeah, really new. So it was kind of like we got here and they said to us, would you like to do this show with Sones de Mexico? And we were like, okay, sure.
Yeah, right off the bat, we got to play with Sones.
We said, look, you could be playing with the Lansing Symphony, the repertoire you normally play, right? Because that was one option for them. Or you could be playing with a Grammy-nominated Mexican band.
This gig is handed to us right away. It's going to be very time-consuming. It's music that we're not familiar with. We don't even get to play with the group until the day of. What's going on?
There was some trepidation, I guess, about it. We were a little worried, and it was kind of hard working on the music without the band, because there was a lot of rest and we weren't really sure what was going on.
I had a pretty negative attitude to start with. I'll admit it.
The first rehearsal without Sones de Mexico was pretty interesting.
Playing it alone was kind of, okay, here's this music. It's pretty interesting, but what's going on?
Many times that doesn't work. It doesn't work because no matter how much information the score has, there's a lot of it that you learn by experiencing the moment.
A lot of it was music that we're used to playing on our own that would have been certainly without the Mexican band.
It was eye-opening, being able to see the music with them.
Sure, they rehearsed only once for the show at the College of Music. We
were kind of worried, having had just one rehearsal with them, and some things didn't go quite the way we wanted them to in rehearsals.
The familiarity with the music and with the other musicians was there.
And then finally it comes together in one day and we're just happy.
We didn't know what to expect. We had very little information about them.
Just, their instruments. I was completely dumbfounded by the instruments that they used.
And specifically that of instruments from Latin America. I wonder if we can briefly or quickly go through different instruments and have the audience listen to their timbres.
Well, I was really wondering what that block sound was in one of the pieces. And it turned out to be the girl dancing on a box. That surprised me. I thought that was fantastic.
It was I didn't really know what to think. It's a very interesting sound, and I couldn't really imagine it going too well with Mozart. It's one of the best places that I've ever been to school, and I've been to schools that I didn't like, and I've transferred, and I've been through all of that.
The school has a vision, and that's the reason why I'm here.
I like this symphony. It's fantastic.
And everything has just been more than I could have asked for.
I'm very fortunate that we have this team happening here at MSU, because they are allowing us to keep exploring the ways in which music can become a way of getting to know other worlds that we don't normally get to know.
I think it's one of the strengths that we have an array of guest artists and a really close-knit community of performers, educators, scholars that collaborate together.
As different as these two long-standing traditions may sound, I want to show you that they're not so different after all. So, without further ado, MSU Graduate Brass Quintet, Sones de Mexico.
We were pretty on edge the first night.
Sink or swim time, and I think we all swam. Very educational experience to finally see how it really is, you know? None of us had really experienced this type of a show or music.
I think that it's really great that we had that experience. Not very many people could say that they've had an experience like that, and I think it's going to, in the long run, make us better musicians to be able to be flexible with our art.
You know, seeing how it really works, it was useful and helpful.
Treat for our students to collaborate with the visitors and play for a very nice and appreciative audience.
And the audience was really into it, and I think the whole atmosphere was just really fun.
Yeah, I'd love to see more music like this and collaborations like this. It's interesting, and I think it could go further too, you know. Sonos might be the start of something.
It was such a great experience that I would do something like that again or anything else. It's certainly opened my mind up to what I'd be able to do.
The more different things you listen to, the more tolerant you become. And the more you realize that there is something for you in every type of music. There's something that will speak to you in every single type of music there is in the world.
It's just one other way to connect. As they say, music is the universal language, and it is really the case.
Even when you cannot speak somebody else's language, right? But when you hear their music, I think that's when the commonality, that's when the common element starts. When you start vibrating with whatever type of music you're playing.
But I'm sure that it has helped us to see that there's more things out there that we can accept and do, and everybody really enjoyed it. So maybe I'll take a leap next time.